Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Canelo gets put on the spot and asked about Gervonta Davis and what happened between him and Lamont Roach. And Canelo, he didn't really take the high road and not comment, but he didn't necessarily drive a dagger through Gervonta Davis's heart either. Anyway, we all know what happened in that fight with Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. But when a guy like Canelo talks, people tend to listen, right? It's just like when Eddie Hearn was over here with the DAZN $1 billion and was trying to sign fighters. He picked up a couple, but not the notable names he wanted. But once he picked up Canelo, people really started paying attention. Nobody really gave a shit when Devin Haney and Jesse Vargas went over there, and Tevin Farmer. And what's the other guy, man? Daniel Jacobs. But when Canelo went over there, people paid attention. People started listening. That being said, when you look at what's going on right now, they asked Canelo a question about his opinion about this Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis taking a knee, toweled, cornerman getting up on the ring and all this crap. When Canelo talks, people listen. So the bottom line is, even he said, look, I was confused, which I think all of us were. Now, we know what Canelo has. He has 66 fights, been fighting since he's been 15, out there in Guadalajara, Jalisco. This man's seen just about everything you can see, especially coming up out there in Mexico, and then fighting over here as a professional, man, all over. All fighters from all over the world putting the beans on him. And he said, look, I've seen a lot in my storied career. I can't make sense of what the hell happened in that ring. And I think he's absolutely correct. Now, we know Tink escaped, man, with a majority draw against Lamont Roach Jr., but I'm going to tell you right now, although he retained his W-weight title, even Canelo, without saying it, he kind of said Tank needs a rematch, Lamont Roach. And he's saying in a roundabout way that, hey, look, he took a knee. It's a 10-8 round. But he also said, look, it's not my business. Okay? So let me find where he was talking about all that. Okay. Right here. Now, at the time, Steve Willis didn't rule Tank's gesture as a knockdown, nor was he penalized in any way from the odd maneuver, right? We all know now the New York State Athletic Commission is the fight's going to remain a draw. They're not changing anything, which most people aren't really surprised at what they're doing, because even with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, has made that a no contest. But what Alvarez says is, in my opinion, it was a draw. Alvarez said when taking an interview, he said he took a knee, talking about Gervonta. You need to lose like a 10-8 that round, at least. So he's saying, hey, for that round, Gervonta should have got dinged. It should have been 10 points for Roach, 8 for Gervonta. He says, plus the corner got up and put a towel in his face. He says, that's a disqualification for sure, but it's not my business. So, Canelo loves Gervonta, and Gervonta loves Canelo. We've seen those guys go to each other's dressing rooms, hug, I love you, bro, I love you too, mijo, and all that bullshit, right? But Canelo right now is sitting back and he's saying, look, I'm not getting involved with the rules. I'm not really getting too much involved with all this crap. But what I will tell you, man, is Gervonta's team interfered in the action. They got up on that ring, and that's a disqualification. And he piggybacked on that saying, look, I'm talking about the rules, but at the same time, it's not my business. We just got to follow the rules. But hey, I can't affect any of the outcome. Now, let me just throw this out to you, man. I understand if people are struggling with interpretation of the rules. I understand referees, something happens and they have a bit of a brain fart and they got to go to the commission or to the judges or to someone there outside the ring and say, hey, what exactly did you guys see, or what am I missing, or hey, was the call wrong? That way they can come back and immediately make the correction. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember what fight it was I was watching where a referee had ruled, something, and everybody on the side came back and was like telling him he was wrong. I can't remember what fight it was. It was recently, about like 5 months ago. And then the referee was like, okay, I was wrong or I missed it. There was something that happened. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Benji Esteves the little Hispanic referee. I can't remember, but anyway, something happened that he missed. No, it wasn't Benji Estevez. It was that other guy, kind of round face, I think Hispanic guy. I can't remember who was fighting, but he ended up and made the correct call because they're about to screw one of the fighters. But that being said, man, let's see what happens going forward. But I think Tank, his back's against the wall. When he got the face of boxing saying, nah, my man, you deserve to lose that fight. Should have been a 10-8. When you got Canelo saying that shit, people listen. Now we all know they're not going to undo the decision, but it's forcing Tank to either be a meme for the rest of his life or he's going to turn into a hero. Win, lose, or draw. If he rematches Lamont Roach, you got to put some respect on his name. Because people can say what they want about a guy like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd didn't put duck sauce on no fried rice. He was like, rematch, I got a rematch, I'm going to rematch him. And then Floyd, in the rematch, he did what he did. Okay? Let's see if Tank is cut from that cloth, too. Anyway, yeah, because he hasn't fought Pitbull Cruz, has he? Even though he's talking about possibly fighting Pitbull Cruz next. Because remember, Pitbull Cruz came to the dressing room. But we're going to see what Tank's really made of. And if he ducks Lamont Roach, he put that duck sauce on that fried rice, it's not going to look good. Anyway, keep cool. Canelo spoke. Gervonta Davis better come out swinging and come out swinging in the rematch because everybody looking at you crazy in the breeze.